Well, hello, hello. And it is that time of year. Bourdain Day happens on Sunday. So this is Cindy, your host, over at Buckless Coats Web Show Live. And I'm here with top Celli traveler.
Asturias. That's in Spain, if you didn't know. And of course, because it's Spain, I did not come here alone. I came here with a good friend, great chef. He's a complicated man. Nobody understands him but his woman. And I'm not talking about John Shaft. Shut your mouth. I'm talking about Jose Andres.
Yeah, another beer. Why? Shit, Antoni's waiting.
The only chef in the history of America ever to be sued by a sitting president. So proud of him.
You always finish your beer and I barely begin.
Professional. I'm seriously liking this cheese. You export these, right?
Spain, oh yeah, big export.
Yeah. Right.
Like this one is Cabrales, which always was my
Now,
favorite.
that is like super funky, right?
Cabrales, I love it. I do really love Cabrales.
This is really lovely. This is fantastic. It all depends on how far into the funk zone you go.
Look at this. It's almost like green bluish. It's almost like the sky and the grass are touching each other right on the cheese. I mean, and you know one thing? It's full of penicillin, man. Nobody gets ever sick if you really eat these cheeses.
I feel my syphilis clearing up.
Man! All right, cut!
Awesome. We have Danny back on the podcast. Make sure you follow him on TikTok, Top Celli Traveler. So a little bit about me. I actually have been hugely inspired by Anthony Bourdain and celebrating on the 25th hashtag Bourdain Day. I was in the chef field for 25 years and I started to feel a little arthritis going on. And I was just watching all these episodes of Anthony and like, I think I'm gonna follow in his footsteps. He was a chef, and then he started to get into the travel space, and he's been such an inspiration, and he's the reason for my success in my travel business and my podcast. And we have Danny here back in the studio. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Cindy, it's great to be back on the show. I can't believe it's been a year.
I know.
Can't believe how the time passes. So it's great to be back.
Let's talk about why you started Top Celli Travel, and I am going to pop off so I could share this fabulous show.
Yeah, just my channel probably started about 2 years ago. Just when he passed, there was a period of time where I just stopped completely watching him because I felt just that I couldn't. So there was always just my love of travel where I had all these travel videos, but I really didn't have a place where I just basically could share them. So they were on my phone where I just said to myself, what am I going to do with all these travel videos? There are some nice ones here. Definitely would love to share these, where I just started to share them on just now my TikTok channel. But there wasn't really a Bourdain theme at that time. So just my channel was doing okay at that, just a couple hundred views like here and there. And I was thinking like, well, that was a good video. And I really love that place just now in like Capri or in Barcelona. But they really weren't getting just basically just a couple of hundred views, sometimes not even that. Then I just kind of happened upon just a couple of videos that I had from Marseille, France. Then I thought in my head that there was a quote by Bourdain that just really just now like captured what Marseille, France was basically to him. So what I said was, why don't I voice his quote with his picture? So when I did that, just that video went from like a couple of maybe 200 views with my other videos to a couple of thousand views. And now I said, well, that's a big change. And so I voiced another one, and I voiced another one, and I voiced many, many more. Just now, well over 1,000, just 1,500, maybe even more, like videos more. So here we are. And so that's a little bit about just basically just my channel, just with how it started.
Let's talk about how we're going to celebrate this Sunday.
Yeah, there are so many different things because I'm a Bostonian. There are just so many places that he loved in Boston. Just now, the Erie Pub was definitely one. Blue Isle Seafood was another one. Just kind of thinking of just now to go to a couple of the places that he loved. Now, I always just kind of wanted to make a trip down to Provincetown because that was such a huge, huge part of his life, where just I'm hoping that maybe, because it's so far from here, people think like Massachusetts, that must not be too far. But to get to Provincetown, it's going to take you quite a long time just now to get there from Boston. But I definitely, let's just kind of say that I do just now to have the time. I'm definitely going to try to look at different things because he loved like the lobster pot, just now basically like Spirito Pizza. There are so many places that were connected with him there. Just now that I definitely want to go visit. Yeah.
Sorry, motorcycle just went by.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I did.
So let's talk some of your favorite dishes that you've tried, or some of the ones that you featured here on your TikTok channel.
Yeah, there's just now a lot of my favorites, but definitely some of his favorites. We all know now that he loved just now the sea urchin. That was one of his favorite things. He loved just now the blood sausage or anything to do with just now, just basically the Vietnamese food. He loved all the pho. He loved all the bun cha. Just there were so many different dishes that he loved. Like I always said, he had a very just now an advanced palate where there were many different dishes that just were special to him, where when he ate, he made you feel like that you were there with him, just like during that meal. That was what kind of made him special. He almost put you where he was, which a lot of people don't have that ability. They could be there, but you don't feel like you're there. He made you feel like you were there.
Exactly. So let's talk about some hot spots there in Boston that you're going to be visiting on Sunday.
Yeah, like I said, we always have the Erie Pub because he really enjoyed just now the visit there. He also went to a couple of different places, and I'm trying to think of like where he went on that episode. I know Belle Isle Seafood, he was there. Then he went to another sub shop. I'm trying to think. Rondo's, that is in yeah. He when he went over to Rondo's, which is in Southie, which now like basically just now we call it Southie, but it's South Boston. When he went over to Rondo's, when you just kind of go back with that scene, he was just, that was just kind of like Bourdain at his best, when just he explained just now the way that they make a sandwich, then when he ate that sandwich, what it meant to him. That was his gift, just basically to explain to you where he was, what he was eating, and how he was feeling.
Yeah, let me pull up the episode from last year. Okay, here we go.
Hey everybody, this is Coach Webster Live, and I'm celebrating #Bourdain Day, which is one of
Anthony Bourdain spot. She was here a couple years ago. And you definitely have to try the amazing taquito. Follow it on Instagram at Celli LA. Right in the heart of LA. Later on today, we're going to try his favorite treat, which is the Negroni. So we're going to be heading out to the bar here shortly. So stay tuned for the rest of this video. For you, I want the taquito special with the avocado sauce. The $4 special.
The 2 taquitos?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
That should be it.
$4.38.
Okay. This is the avocado sauce with the taquito. Make sure you add it to your LA bucket list. Cindy here, Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. We're celebrating Anthony Bourdain's birthday. Hashtag Bourdain Day. Negroni, let's do it.
Here we are at Homebound. So the first step of Negroni, we like to use gin. We use beef eater. We do 1 ounce beef eater.
That's my favorite drink now, Dan.
Yeah, that's a good one.
1 ounce.
Mine too.
And then 1 ounce sweet.
And that's what makes the drink, guys. Oh my God, it's so amazing here. LA Bucket List and Bourdain Day.
I use 3 to 2 cubes.
Okay.
Give it a little bit of a stir. And then we're going to top it off with an orange peel,
Okay.
which I do need to grab. Grab my orange peel.
So this says Homebound Brew House in downtown LA. Oh my God, guys. My Bourdain bucket list is complete. Anthony would be so proud. There you go. Best Negroni in LA, baby. Thanks, Cody.
Yeah.
That is the bomb, Dan. Yeah, you come out to LA, we're definitely going to have to meet up there.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely, just as we know, he loved a lot of drinks, but the Negroni was probably his favorite. Yeah, that was a good one.
So let's do a quick shout out to National Day Calendar. Today is Smoothie Day, Selfie Day, first day of summer, and it's International Day of Yoga. And actually coming up on the 7th, I believe, is National Dive Bar Day. And usually that's when I go to this place in Huntington Beach and I get to try the Negroni. And it's just absolutely amazing. It is a little bit strong if you're not used to it, and not every bar can make it perfect. You just got to kind of try and, see what your favorite place is. You want to do a shout out to a bar there in Boston that you've tried the Negroni at, or do you just do it from home?
Yeah, probably. Now, I'm not a big drinker. Now that I've turned 50, just now going out to the bars is not my thing no longer. But I always just want to give a shout out just now to his favorite, which was definitely the right in Dorchester, the Erie Pub, which you can get everything there. They have just about whatever you could dream of. They're just one of the oldest, and they're one of the best. So,
Where are they located in Boston?
they are in Dorchester, meaning just now, they're right in now the heart of what we call just like Dorchester, where just kind of like when you think of just like a Boston neighborhood, that's usually the first neighborhood that comes up, Dorchester. We have many neighborhoods, but the one that's associated most with Boston definitely being just like definitely Dorchester.
Well, since this is a bucket list podcast, we have about 5 minutes left on the podcast. let's kind of go into the Boston bucket list on how myself, my friends, and also, both of our audiences, how we can enjoy your city. Like, what is there to offer that we definitely need to check off that list?
Yeah, definitely. With Boston, just what I've always said, just what most people just are blown away by when they first go there. Just how clean are, just definitely like a clean, beautiful city. We really pride ourselves there because a lot of cities now, where you hate to say it, but they're just not clean. We become a really, really clean city. We have great food. We've got the North End, which is just incredible Italian neighborhood. That
Nice.
is where most of my family came from, where just there's so many like restaurants, bars right in a small few mile radius. Just my opinion that just the best Italian neighborhood that is in our country. We have a really, really great Chinatown where there's just incredible just like Chinese food and the Asian inspired food. There are so many different neighborhoods where you get different experiences. You've got East Boston, which of course has got the famous Santarpio's pizza, where when you go in, you not only get the pizza, but you get the Boston experience, where like you've got the Boston accent and you've got the real, like the old school, like Bostonians. Nothing has been changed. You go in and there's a barbecue grill that should be outside that is inside right at the bar. They do like just now the meat with the potatoes right there, and it comes with your pizza. That's like a very, very like authentic Boston experience that a lot of places now, just like those kind of places are kind of dying off, where you're getting these like new age modern just kind of restaurants where that old school feel really is going away. But the good thing about Boston, we have kept both, where you've got a mix of the old, you've got a mix of the new, where it just kind of comes basically together. Where, in my opinion, it's definitely my home. It's my favorite city. But just when you come to Boston, just starting downtown, you could go to Copley, you could go to Newbury Street, you could go to Boston Common, you could go just now the West End, you could go to East Boston, you go to Southie. There's so many different neighborhoods with just different experiences, but it doesn't matter where you go, you're going to get authentic Boston. People think that we're not that friendly. My opinion, that isn't true. When a Boston person likes you, you have a friend that you're going to have definitely your whole entire life. We're a very loyal city. We're a city where just we've been definitely through a lot, but definitely it's a great city. So
Well,
cheers.
I'm thinking that I might go there in 2025. I actually, believe it or not, I'm turning 60.
Amazing.
And
Yes.
so next year we're doing Cancun for National Bucket List Day. April 24th, I became the founder of National Bucket List Day. And so each year we're going to do something different. Our big vacation for 2025 is actually Spain. So I'm going to actually start doing some more research at what Anthony did in Spain. But I'm thinking for the actual National Bucket List Day in April that I'll get a couple friends to go in 2025, and then Spain will be on my actual birthday month, which is July, August. What is the weather like there the latter part of April?
You could get anything. You could get a blizzard. Just definitely this month, June, this has been our coldest June that I can remember. But it definitely varies. You could get extremely humid and hot.
Mm-hmm.
With the end of April, you could get extremely cold and raw. But the average, you'll get probably the high 50s. Maybe it might just now just kind of sneak just like a bit into the 60s during the day. But at nighttime, you're probably definitely going to need a coat of some sort. So we were in my backyard last night. This is the end of June. We had the fire on. We had winter coats on. That's how
Oh, boy.
cold it's just been the strangest June that I can remember.
Well, let's talk about the Cheers bar. What part of Boston is that located?
Yeah, the Cheers bar, that is right across just now the Boston Common, meaning that's like right in probably the middle of Boston, but it's right across with the Boston Common. It's near Newbury Street. Now, a lot of Bostonians, they'll tell you that they've never been in there because it's kind of like the tourist kind of a place. But then again, when you do just kind of wander down into that area as a Bostonian, when you go in, you kind of say to yourself, why have I never been in there? Because it's such a great experience. But the bar that is upstairs, they made a replica, just kind of like what you saw in the show. But the bar downstairs, where you would think basically that would be the replica, that really doesn't look like the show, where you have to go to the upstairs bar. That one kind of makes you, just kind of gives you that feel of the show. But it's a great stop. You should definitely do it. You cannot miss it.
Let's talk about that next year to plan for 2025.
Yeah, most definitely.
Pretty amazing.
Because there's so much. Yeah.
So how many days? You think I could get away with 3 days? Or would I have to stay longer to?
Yeah, like a 3 day is always good, but you're going to be running, meaning that once you just get there the first day, you just basically start to ask just now the locals, like, where do I go and what do I do? You'll wish that it was more than just now the 3 days. If you can extend it, I always say you definitely should, because there's a lot to see and do.
Well, I'm counting you to be on my tour guide. Just like when you come out to Huntington Beach or Disneyland, I'll be your tour guide out here.
Most definitely. I'll be there.
Well, let's do your shout out again for TikTok.
Yeah. Basically, my TikTok is Top Celli Traveler, but you will see that they put just my tagline, which is when I start my videos, they always start with the great Anthony Bourdain once said. Mm-hmm. So they have it as Anthony Bourdain once said.
That's awesome. Yeah. And my TikTok is Bucket List Coach Travel, but the @ is National Bucket List Day. And I want to do some shout outs to American Travel Bureau, a National Day Calendar, and of course you, Danny, at Top Celli Travel. I mean, thank you so much for just living on the legacy of Anthony Bourdain. And when I first came across your account, I was like, no way, this can't be happening. I've been looking for something like this, and especially all the different places I want to go, like Spain. So yeah, just thank you for just adding so much joy to my space, and friends for life, man. Brother from another mother, right?
It's great to be here. I can't wait just now to do it again. Definitely. I can't wait until you come to Boston. Then it's always just like great to talk Bourdain, because just now the more time that goes by, just definitely we want to keep that just now the legacy going, because people like him really just, it feels like they don't exist anymore. Then we really lost just like a special voice that we never had, that in my opinion, we probably just will never have again. So thank you, Cindy.
Here goes the waterworks. Yeah, it's just I can't say enough about Anthony Bourdain, because I was in the industry for 25 years. I'm almost as long as he was, and I kind of followed his whole career as a chef. And then when he went into how he was mixing travel with the food, yeah, and that's where this all began, right here at Bucket List Coach Web Show. Who would you like to shout out before we close out today?
Well, I always like to shout out my wonderful wife, Marianne, and my wonderful sister, Tina, who you know. Just now, my nephew, Michael, just now, he basically graduated high school about a week ago. We got a big party this weekend. He's going to be going to URI, which is going to be the University of Rhode Island. And so everybody in the family is excited about that. We're hoping that on Sunday, we're going to get some good weather, because my sister's got the tent with the whole thing out back of her house, but this is New England. You never know. So
Exactly. And shout out your site again, and we'll close out. I'll put you in green.
Yeah, it's going to be top Celli traveler, the great Anthony Bourdain once said.
And National Bucket List Day. Well, there you go. Make sure that you follow us on TikTok. And next show is 4:00. And I have my friend Don Ramsey and also Edward Romo. And we're going to talk about the upcoming festivities for 4th of July weekend. This is Cindy over at Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. Shaka, baby.